like to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of the great millstone. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. I was the high spirit and Levi to my right.
The brother Raya of GMS New Orleans.
Yep, and I'm down here in New Orleans, you know, breaking bread, you know, with the New Orleans I can get fed in the spirit, you know. It's a lot, brothers, that I did not adjust the rotation. Because this would have been better for me to, you know, rotate it, but we'll just go in the spirit, you know, a little 10-minute live stream. And we can start with our 2nd Ezra 16 and 11.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 11. The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence?
Who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? All right? Because you got the chariot, all right, they can beat you to powder, all right, but you got the Most High's weaponry, man, that'll beat your ass in the powder, man. All right, the Most High so bad, that nuclear wind is so intense and hot that the fire itself won't even dissipate you, man. It's that wind. Like before the fire gets to you, man, that bright light will blind your ass. You at the playground, pushing your kid on the swing set, then that bright light hit you, that already fucked you up. Then that nuclear wind hit you, man. Like the actual wind, like from the missiles, man. That'll fuck you up. All right?
Well, if I can say, it's like when you cooking and using the oven, when you open the oven and that blast of heat hits you.
That's right.
That hits you and damn near burns you just as much as you grabbing the coil in there.
And that's just 400 degrees Fahrenheit on average. The average person got their oven at 350, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and you open the oven, it's like, God damn, your skin hurt. So just imagine what, 1,000,000 degrees Fahrenheit? I don't know, it's hot. You know?
I got a precept for you too. Just to back up what you were saying, you know, the heat from the chariots, as well as the heat, you know, from those nuclear missiles, which is another part of the Most High's arsenal that he's bringing for judgment. This is Isaiah 66. I'm gonna start at 15. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind. To render his anger with fury and his rebukes with flames of fire. Verse 16. For by fire and from the chariots and his sword, as well as the nuclear missiles, will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many.
The slain of Yahweh shall be many. And that's ultimately going to manifest itself in World War III. Joel the 3rd chapter. Because the reason why is it going to be a World War III? Because these are the same worlds or nations that put us in slavery. So now they about to be, the Most High set them up to really cancel each other out. So after the Third World War, when the smoke clears, Yahushua is going to be here. 2nd Ezra 13. So we fucking know that when we get into the thick of World War III, we know Yahushua is not too far behind. Because what's going to happen? America's going to get destroyed. Then the other nations are going to be fighting over who's going to be in power next. And pursuant to 2nd Ezra 13, that's when Yahushua is going to come in with the chariot, man. All right, if you could get I get these scriptures that got on the live stream, and you can get the scripture you had on your spirit.
Oh, I'll just make a point.
Okay.
You said the Most High, you know, these nations took us down. He's going to use them to take each other down as well. What does it say? He that liveth by the sword shall die by the sword. Esau gained the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven by his sword. And what? Through his ultimate sword, that nuke, he's going to be taken out with it, because now these other nations have got that sword, that nuclear weapon, and we know during World War III they're going to shoot it at each other. And then in the midst of all that, what? Yahushua is coming to, you know, bring that extra fire, turn up the heat even more.
Turn up the heat, adjust that fan. Nahum 1 and 5 from your Iquab, Yashakar. All right. It says, the mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence. Yea, the world and all that dwell therein. Verse 5, who can stand before his indignation? And who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. All right? His own concentrated fire coming from the chariots, but his actual weaponry, man. All right, it says in I think Isaiah, I have created the smith.
God, I can get that one for you.
Yeah, man. We in that time, man. and we willing to give up anything to stay in this truth. Like, so sometimes you'll have your possessions or even your mental possessions, like, you know, you'll get laxed in the truth, or you don't want to overcome certain burdens in the truth, certain obstacles that hurt. But man, we'll overcome that, man, to get saved from this shit. Whatever come with it, man, whatever would put us in an acceptable spirit to get delivered, man.
God, you can't be like Lot's wife.
Yeah, we don't. Yep.
Sodom and Gomorrah was getting destroyed by that ancient fire and brimstone.
Yeah.
And this modern day, you know, spiritual Sodom by that modern fire and brimstone. And if you look back, we know that's spiritual now. You look back and give up your chance at salvation, you're not going to get beamed up.
Yeah.
And you're going to get completely you're going to be more fuel for the fire when those nukes hit this place.
Right.
But I got that Smith that blew up the coal.
Okay, cool.
This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
Man, the highest value commodity to Esau right now is a damn scientist. It's the damn race who could make the most impactful missiles, who could make the best defense system from missiles, man. That's the covert race right now. So, but ultimately the point is, all right, the point is the Most High created these scientists because in the ancient world you had a smith that'll take the element of the earth, for instance iron, and melt down iron and mold it into a sword, man. All right, but now that iron is molded into a missile, man. A missile for what, man? You think these nations are spending trillions of dollars on missiles just to never use them? They know what's inevitable. They know from a prophetic standpoint and from a war algorithm standpoint. They know that the other nations want to take them down. Because just the other day, because they found balloons floating in the air, like spy balloons from China. You heard about that?
I saw an article, but I didn't read it. But, you know, I'm assuming, you know, they're saying it's more of those Chinese spy balloons floating around.
Yeah, man. What the fuck do you think they got going on? Shabbat Shalom. You know? What in the world do you think they got going on, man? That's why it's finna get chaotic. That's why we had a digital disturbance the other day, man. Either is Esau set this up, or it's actually Russia and China hacking his system, or China. So these are little, what do you call it, like skirmishes, little
proxies.
Yeah, little proxies, man. Little proxies before they really start throwing blows. Like even in a confrontation, like a nigga don't like you, right? A nigga might elbow you, like show, you know, bump into you, know what I'm saying? Look at you. You know, he do little teasers to see how you react. That's what they doing with Babylon, man. You think in the 50s they have a fucking spy balloon warring over America? You know, and you understand what I'm saying?
They wouldn't be bold with it.
They wouldn't be bold with it like that. It'd be more covert.
America used to be the bold one back then, flying planes over Russian and Chinese territory. But these other nations aren't scared of Babylon anymore because what? They've got that same sword that Babylon has. So they're ready to go lock swords and lock horns with Babylon.
Let the weak say, I am strong.
Khan.
The rabbits got the gun now, man.
Khan.
All right.
I got, if you want to go in that article.
Yeah, good, Khan.
Just to back up what the brother was saying, hey, whether this digital disturbance was by the elites or Russia had a part in it, what it's ultimately going to lead to is what? A grid down situation here and then nukes hitting this place.
That's right.
But this is an article from theconversation.com. Is Russia looking to put nukes in space? Doing so would undermine global stability and ignite an anti-satellite arms race. Fresh U.S. intelligence circulating in Congress, so you got these congressmen talking about it, reportedly indicates that Russia is developing an anti-satellite weapon in space with a nuclear component.
With the nuclear component. Because what's the strategy? First, they're gonna knock out the satellite systems, or that's their plan. Then they want to actually aim missiles. I think a sister sent me this. They want to aim missiles not directly on the land of America, but for it to explode like in the atmosphere to destroy any electronic defense system, man.
It says that in this article. It says Most dangerously, these weapons could destroy or damage satellites critical to an enemy's nuclear command, control, and communication system, including early warning satellites that track missile launches and communication satellites that relay military orders. Nuclear weapons damage satellites because of a wave of gamma radiation that is created by a nuclear detonation. This radiation damages critical subsystems within a satellite. But yeah, just backing up what the brother was saying, you know, when these satellites, when they detonate, you know, whether above a city or in that atmosphere, they release that gamma radiation that knocks down critical infrastructure, EMP strike, you know, command and control networks, communications. So what? You're completely blind out here. You don't know what comes next. And that just makes you more easily susceptible to the true strike with those nukes hitting their actual targets, cities, you know, military installations.
Con, let me get that, they got some, yeah, they lighting us up, brother. All right, let me see. Your Iquab, Yashakar, Zephaniah 2 and 3. Seek ye Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be you should be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger. All right? Habakkuk 3 and 11. The sun and the moon stood still in their habitation. At the light of thy arrows they went, and at the shining of thy glittering spear. Habakkuk 3 and 12. Oh, that glittering spear. What's that? Those missiles, man. All right. Thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst thresh the heathen in anger. Habakkuk 3 and 13. Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, even for salvation with thy anointed. Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked by discovering the foundation unto the neck. Luke 21 and 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. All right? So we're at that drizzle before that fucking rain, man. We're at Noah's Ark, right? And for the first time, we experienced drizzling. Like a spy balloon directly over America. That's drizzling, man. All right. Yeah, did you have something?
Yeah, I got one for you.
Okay.
This is Zephaniah 3 verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh. Hey, all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. We're not supposed to be getting hectic or crazy out here, moving on our own emotions. We're supposed to be waiting on Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, not taking matters into our own hands. Until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
Because the Most High finna scorch the earth. Not every continent is gonna be hit by missiles per se, or every landmass, but the Most High is about to do a mass cleaning, man. He's about to do a fatling offering, because all the souls in America that don't get delivered, you're gonna be a sacrifice to Yahweh, man. All right, you're gonna be a sacrifice to Yahweh, man. And the Most High is about to do a mass cleansing. That's why it says in the scriptures, the earth shall rock to and fro like a drunkard, man. Those missiles, as a result of World War III, being shot to and fro throughout different continents. All right.
And with the first death, it rearranged continents, and that was just water. So how much nuclear missiles hitting the earth? 200 million alone hitting the U.S. The plane is going to be unrecognizable after everything's said and done.
Like a mass ass whooping, you don't recognize the person that got his ass beat. You know? Yeah, you can recognize, like Emmett Till's face.
Exactly. That was the spirit. But I got. Come. This is Isaiah chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 17. And this goes into what you were saying about, hey, everybody in Babylon, if you aren't of the elect, you're not making it. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. And we know that's talking about those spiritual Medes, the Russians, which shall not regard silver. And as for gold, they shall not delight in it. When it comes time for them to shoot those nukes, the Federal Reserve, the U.S. dollar, which they already ditching, peace treaties or nuclear weapons bans ain't gonna stop them, because as it says in Proverbs 21, the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai to moveth it whithersoever he will. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces. and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children, young and old, man and woman, child. If you're not of that elect number when those nukes hit this place, and nobody, you're not making it out of Babylon.
Yep.
It's as simple as that.
Yep. Yeah, if you could go back to 2nd Ezra 16.
I got you.
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before Yahweh, and before the glory of his power. Verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Intercontinental ballistic missiles. Like you said, including those warheads, that's 200 million missiles, man. All pounding on America, man. All right? So, but it says strong is his right hand. Because really, those shallows, that's the bow of Yahweh Bashim al-Shai. And those missiles are the arrows. So Ezra saw in the vision, missiles being shot from one continent to the next, but the word missile wasn't in the Hebrew vocabulary. He wrote down what he saw, and what did he saw? What did he see? Missiles flying from one continent to the next, man, pounding on buildings, man. You know,
burning people,
people screaming, crying. Just imagine the panic that you have in your chest the last hour, and they're announcing it's 60, like it's intercontinental ballistic missiles headed towards America. You know? Just imagine that panic. And we can get ready to wrap it up with this.
Yeah, I'll just read down to verse 16.
Okay, come on.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 14. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again.
What are the plagues? The missiles. That's a plague. Just like a plague that'll rip your skin, like burn your skin, burn your flesh. The missiles are a fucking plague, man. All right.
Until they come upon the earth, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out, till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
Yep. Is there anything you want to say?
Okay.
And ultimately those plagues are the missiles. Of course, famine is a plague. The economic collapse is the plague.
Literal plagues.
Literal plagues. Yeah, and just imagine an EMP attack and there's a pestilence. No hospitals.
That's what that one Senator Marco Rubio said when that digital disturbance happened. He said, look, you know, next time it's going to be worse. It's going to knock out your water, your transportation. And then Kay Schwab, he said it's going to knock out the hospitals, the critical infrastructure, the foods, the supply chain. Everything's going to go back to, you know, like horse and buggy. And people ain't self-reliant like that anymore. Yeah. So these people are going to bug out and get put out.
Because these are grid addicts. The average American is a grid junkie. They can't survive without a car, without their phone, without a job giving them a paycheck. You're a grid junkie. So we're going to be forced to rely on Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? All right, but hey, you know, with that, I close it out with a scripture that the brother has. Isaiah 34 and 6. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams, for Yahweh helped the sacrifice in Basra, and that's symbolic for America. And it's sacrificed out of citizens of America. But with that, we do hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Kadash, the unasswide elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba Abba. Come Yashalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.